AudioJungle.
News from latest intelligence reports that ISIS holds a number of refugees in 2 camps located in the southeast region of Aleppo, Syria. We begin by doing a tactical analysis of the rescue site in order to establish a safe landing zone and the optimal path to the extraction points. Let's switch to the map view. We start analysis by zooming in on the southwest region of Aleppo in order to do a top-down analysis of the situation. Let's load the 2 hostage extraction zones mapped by our intelligence analysts. bigCONNECT can easily load any spatial layer with a simple drag and drop operation. We know that there were recent attacks in this region, so let's load any existing data regarding recent damaged buildings, in order to see the most affected areas. We can see that there are few damaged buildings, which means there were attacks in the area. Let's go further down and see what intelligence reports we have in our big data system related to these attacks. For this, we can do a quick search around our area of interest. We see that we have a number of items reported, so let's select all of them to get an overview. We have 3 attacks, 3 Facebook posts and 2 documents in our system. bigCONNECT can connect to Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and other social networks in order to get recent updates from pages and groups of interest. Let's see the Facebook posts. The first post is posted by an ISIS member which is bragging about hurting 3 British soldiers during a fight in 2017. The second post is a selfie made by an ISIS insurgent which is also from 2017. And the third post shows some damaged buildings, again from 2017. All posts are quite recent, which means that ISIS might still be active in our area. Let's see what other knowledge we can extract from the other objects. We select all of them to get the overview, and we can see that we also have 3 attacks. Let's zoom in on them. The first attack is about the organization Ara al-Sham, and it happened in 2017. The second one is about a barrel bomb attack from December 2016. We don't have much information associated with it, just that 14 civilians were killed. The third post is about a suicide attack. Let's go back to the first attack. The attack is quite recent, which indicates that the organization Ara al-Sham is active in the area. Let's look further down into this attack to get more information about the Ara al-Sham organization. Let's switch to the graph view. We can see that we already have the same objects that we have on the map. bigCONNECT keeps the graph and the map in sync. Let's select the attack and let's see what related information we have about it by bringing in all related information. We can quickly see that the attack was carried out by the Ara al-Sham organization, which is a partner of al-Nusra. Let's get in more information on Ara al-Sham by bringing in all its related items. Let's do a quick cluster layout to get a clearer picture. We can see that Ara al-Sham purchased HAR-66 anti-tank rockets. It was somehow connected to the Islamic State, and the leader is Hassan Aboud. The organization is also mentioned in a document, along with the Free Syrian Army. At this point, we can further enrich our graph by adding all related knowledge to our objects. Let's select all of them and add all related information, then do a cluster layout. We know from our intelligence sources that the leader of ISIS also supports Ara al-Sham, but this is not reflected in our graph. Let's link the 2 entities. Every change in bigCONNECT is subject to publishing, so let's also publish our change. Once an update is published, it is available to other users. bigCONNECT has an advanced security mechanism up to the property level. This means that all objects inside bigCONNECT, entities, relations and properties can be secured in order to prevent unauthorized access to classified information. Let's move on to the third attack. We go back to the map and select the head attack. We can see that this attack was performed by an organization named Hayat Tahrir al-Sham. Let's see if we can get more information about this organization. We move to the search screen and we search for Hayat Tahrir al-Sham. Let's narrow down the search by applying a filter by organizations that are active around Aleppo. We quickly identify al-Nusra as being the organization in charge of the attack. Hayat Tahrir al-Sham is an alias for this organization. We now have a clearer picture of the events and organizations that are active in the area, so let's plan the landing zone and the route that our extraction units should take. Going back to the map, we establish the landing zone and the routes to the extraction points. Having all this in place, we need to set up the two teams that will carry out the extraction. Let's first clear our workspace. We already know that we will be engaging the 5th Special Purpose Platoon from the 5th Special Forces Regiment. Let's search for it and add it to the graph. Let's now see how this platoon is organized. We bring in all related troops and we do a quick analysis of the properties. We want only experienced troops for this mission, so a first idea would be to see which soldiers are older than 27. Let's bring up the timeline. Choose birth date as our property and select only the soldiers that were born before 1990. We can see that we have around 95 of them, so this is not relevant. Let's also see the soldiers that were involved in 6 or more missions. First, we clear all the troops. We select the platoon and we want to search for troops which this platoon commands and were involved in more than 6 missions. We click the search icon under the commands relationship. We add a filter for troops that were born before 1990 and were engaged in 6 or more missions. We have 6 soldiers. Let's add them to the graph. For the mission, we need 2 extraction units that will engage the extraction points. Let's create them and assign the 6 soldiers to them. Our tactical planning is finished now. We established the landing zone, the extraction points, the routes that our units will take, and we gathered all relevant intelligence from the area. All information will be distributed to the personnel engaged in the mission, and the green flag is given. Besides tactical planning, bigCONNECT can also follow up the mission. Let's assume the mission was started and the units are en route to the landing zone. All units were equipped with geo-tracking devices which report their location to the system. bigCONNECT can receive geolocations in real time to allow for careful monitoring of deployed troops. While our mission is underway, we just received an intelligence report that ISIS is planning a suicide attack in our region. The report is a Word document, so we load it in our system by dragging it from our desktop onto the graph. We see that objects already in our repository have been automatically identified, and we can add them to the graph. There is also a person mentioned in the report but is not yet part of our big data repository, so we will add it. bigCONNECT can ingest all kind of files by simply dragging them onto the graph. Once a file is loaded, the text is automatically extracted and known entities are detected automatically. bigCONNECT can automatically detect entities and the relationships between them. New entities can easily be created by marking a piece of text, as we've just seen. For the final part of this demo, we move to the map screen to see our units in action as the troops reached the landing zone and the mission is now in progress. We can see that bigCONNECT is tracking troop movements in real time. Our 2 extraction units are en route to the extraction points. All persons, locations and military equipment are fictional and were generated for the purpose of this demo. Any similarity with reality is pure coincidence. Thank you for watching this demo.